Hello, I am Dr. Perasso. I am the editor of the Handbook of Research on Play Specialism Strategies to Prevent Pediatric Hospitalization Trauma. This book is a journey in the professionalism of play specialists, and it starts from the assumption that hospitalization can be a stressful and traumatic event for children. It can bring, according to research, short-term and long-term consequences to the child, for example, anxiety, depressive symptoms, specific phobias, and regression to the previous developmental stages. In this context, play can represent a fundamental research for the child. Psychoanalysts from different approaches highlighted the importance of play as a door to the inner world of each child. And in the context of hospital, it can help children to counteract the feeling of power imbalance that many of them experience when they are hospitalized. So we adults are used to see play as something only childish, that it's not worth it, our study on it, our specialization. However, it is something that we should take seriously, also because research highlights that play can counteract long-term consequences of hospitalization like anxiety and negative emotions, and it can also help children to acquire proactive coping strategies to face hospitalization stress. So in this field, we have written this book with many collaborators from all over the world, trying to answer many interesting questions about the play specialism approach. For example, the tradition behind the play specialism approach, and what are the main activities of a play specialist. For example, what is the normative play, what is the medical play. And we also try to respond to a very, I think, important question. Is it evidence-based? Yes, we list and we comment the evidence of the benefits of this approach for the child, for his family, his or her family, and also for the hospital as an institution. And we also analyzed if and whether this approach could be beneficial for children with different diagnoses. The peculiar feature of this book is temporal orientation. It gives a perspective on the past, on the history of the play specialism approach. So tradition at first, and then it also considers the present challenges that this approach has to face to bring play to hospitalized children in relation, of course, to the pandemic and the related restrictions. And it also considers the future challenges of this approach. For example, how to make technology an ally to work to support the hospitalized children, for example, through the mHealth apps. And it also considers a very important matter in the field of social anthropology, how gender could impact the development of children, and is it play and play specialism as an approach influenced by gender stereotypes? How could we break free from this stereotype to support hospitalized children? All these questions are examined and answered in this handbook. I really hope you will enjoy reading this book. Thank you so much for your attention. All best.